Hi, nice to meet you. Here's this for you. We only have the one, so you guys have to share.
Oh, great.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Judy, and if you can introduce yourselves and talk about your film a little bit to start. I had the opportunity to sit down with some incredible filmmakers behind this year's selections of Dances with Films. It was truly inspiring to hear their stories, and I really think you're going to like what they have to say. Check it out.
I'm Olivia Stoker. I am the co-writer, the co-producer, and actor in Nona's Nude.
I'm Brooks Yang. I'm one of the co-producers, and I also edited the film.
So can you tell us about the movie a bit?
Yeah, so Nona's Nude is a short comedy. It is a story of adult siblings whose grandmother, their Nona, passes away and they inherit her art collection. And so they gather after she dies to distribute the art and sort of figure out who gets what and sort of arguing over it. And then they come across a very graphic nude painting of their Nona when she's much older, in her 70s. Yeah. And then, what do they do with a graphic nude painting of their grandmother?
Oh.
Everything felt polished and perfectly curated in Nona's world. It was like staying in a museum.
Well, this one's pretty.
No, it's not.
So you both want the two most expensive pieces. This is not a waste of time. This is Nona. Oh my God.
So my question is, what inspired this story and why now?
Well, it was based on a true event. I inherited a nude photograph of my great Aunt Carolyn after my grandmother died. And I called around to my cousins and other people in the family. I said, who wants this nude photo of great Aunt Carolyn? And everyone said, no, thank you. Feel free to get rid of it in any way you feel fit, or, and I just thought, what? Like, this is this is great Aunt Carolyn's beautiful 60-something-year-old body. Like, we can't, no, I love this. But then it's like, yeah, am I gonna hang it on my own wall? And so I just thought, what a funny idea, and what if, the stakes were higher, and this was, there was some real, art that value in it. And so I brought on our director, Courtney Ulrich, who also wrote it with me, and then we turned it into something fictional.
Okay, so most of it is fictional with the exception of the nude, then?
It's totally fictional.
It's okay.
It's totally fictional. Although I did inherit a nude photo of my great Aunt Carolyn.
Yes.
So that did happen.
Okay.
And I do still have that in my house.
No, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So then my question is, do you find that, I think there's a lot of discussion about women's bodies in general and how it is objectified, sexualized, however many things it can be. Finding an image of especially a family member in her later years being nude, how do you feel that is empowering for people, I guess? I guess if you can discuss more on that. I'm trying to figure out the words for it.
No, it definitely came up in the shooting of the film too, because I don't know, just as an actress in Hollywood, my own body issues stuff comes up, and just being naked at any age and the scrutiny around that is so real. And also what we call beautiful, I think when something is like a piece of art, then it sort of becomes something else. But even within that, I don't know, people have really big and strong opinions about women's bodies and naked bodies and what is beautiful and what is valuable. And I don't know, it definitely was part of the process of making the film. Anything to add?
Yeah, I would just say what I liked about the film is that when they discover the painting, it provokes a strong reaction in a lot of people, and it causes each of the characters to change what they think about, the person and what they think about themselves, and so that's something I thought was really special about the story.
Yeah, and I think it's really beautiful too. Like it was hilarious, but like I really appreciate it, and the brothers and the way that they responded to everything. And when I was watching it, at least too, I was thinking, I mean, I'm sure a lot of other audience members had the same reaction where I was like, I wonder what I would have done if I had. So how was that for you? Like, how did you respond with your aunt?
Well, it's hanging in my studio. Like, I have it, but I will say I've had people come over and they're sort of walking by and they just like doing a little double take and they're like, what? I'm like, oh, that's great, Aunt Carolyn. And also now I have the nude painting from the film that was painted by this amazing painter, William Wyndham. And we worked with him, actually. We sent him a photo of my face. He did use a live nude model, but that is not my body. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful body, though.
No,
look
it's
at me.
beautiful, but like,
look at me saying that that's not my body.
Well,
and
I mean, but it isn't, right? You're being factual about it.
I am being factual.
It's not that it's not beautiful.
It is beautiful, and it's also not my body.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think it was really impressive too. I was like, wow, okay. And then it does kind of bring up our opinions about what art is, because I'm sure we all know that art is pretty subjective, and then at a certain point, again, with the through line of femininity and a woman's bodies and everything like that. So how was it working on this movie, like from the beginning to end? It
felt like a long process, but maybe we actually, it all happened pretty quickly. Basically, I had this experience. I wrote a first draft. Then Courtney Ulrich, who directed it and co-wrote it, who's a friend of ours, she read the script and she was like, why don't I come on and we'll rewrite it together and I'll direct it. And then Brooks, who is also an incredible editor and edited the film, and amazing producer. Basically, once the three of us came together, then the film started happening. Like when it was just me and my, naked great Aunt Carolyn, it was going nowhere. And then with Brooks and Courtney came on, then the film happened, and I feel like it went really smoothly. Actually, it was like a pretty easy process.
Yeah, when I heard about the idea and found that Courtney came on to co-write it, I was really excited about the momentum that it got, and said, like, we've got to make this.
Yeah.
Do you find that going between being behind the camera and in front of the camera was a little bit difficult, or is it kind of easy, or is it something you're used to? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I was producing and acting during the process, and that would, it was okay. It was fine. It was totally fine.
That's very convincing, yes.
I loved it.
This is not the first time that I've edited with someone who is starring in the film that I've worked on, but especially when it's a story that's so personal and that is portraying so much of yourself, it's got to be really hard. And so I think what Courtney and I really tried to do was to be like a safe space to work together and to like really try stuff out and play with things and understand that this is a comedy, but it also has a really tender heart. And so those are all things we worked on in post-production. But it's got to be hard to like see yourself on screen and also be working at the same time.
And yeah, I would imagine it's difficult to stay objective, especially in the editing room and having to cut.
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, luckily, Courtney had a really strong vision as the director, and both Brooks and Courtney were very supportive, but I definitely was sitting there like, oh, boy, there I am. That is 100% me, and those are the shots that we got. So
I thought it looked great.
I
think you did a great job. It was very entertaining. So how has your journey been here with Dances with Films and this movie?
So great. When I first, I was emailing with Lindsay, who programs all the shorts, and so I've been in contact with her for a couple months, and I couldn't say anything for a while, and then we were so excited to give our West Coast premiere to Dances with Films. We have a lot of friends and family and colleagues in LA coming to see it on Tuesday. And it's just been such a supportive festival, just meeting other filmmakers, making new friends, and yeah, it's been really, really great. I love it here.
Yeah?
She also loves it.
That's good to know. You did say you're an editor, so I would imagine not much of a talker.
Well, this is actually, you've had films at Dances with Films before. Yeah, this is not your first.
I had a film that I produced a few years ago called Cat City Red that premiered here.
Okay. Amazing. I have found this morning so far that I've been seeing a lot more female filmmakers. I hate doing that, but it's really nice. It's really refreshing because, as you know, the industry is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had a majority. Almost everyone on the film was female. It was majority female filmmakers. I'm trying
Male
to think.
actors playing your brothers.
We did
Right.
have male actors playing my brothers.
We made that concession.
We made that concession. Frank Moody are two incredible musicians, a British band. They did the score, and they are also men. They did an incredible score that I feel like really adds to the drama and the comedy, and it's just a really sexy score that they wrote.
So actually, that kind of helps me go into this question. Working with Frank Moody, how was that collaboration? And what was the discussion like when you were talking about that?
That was so fun. Do you have anything?
I mean, it was really cool because we got to show them a rough cut, and they would send us stuff, and especially for me, they would send me little clips and things to drop in and things to play around with, and then it was very collaborative. It was really, especially I remember finding, especially for the moment of revealing the painting, they would send us a bunch of ideas, we would pop it in, we would go back and forth, and even working an ocean away from them, it felt like they were right there. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. They sent us a couple songs and pieces that didn't even get to make it into the film, and so that was really exciting. And they just had a new album come out, and one of the songs, Bloodlines, on the albums came from an idea that they wrote for Nona's Nude that didn't make the cut, but it's on their album. It's an incredible song, Bloodlines, by Frank Moody, and their new album is really incredible. It's called Chewing the Fat.
I'm gonna have
and
to
so
look
there's
that
a little bit of Nona's Nude in that. I hope it's okay that I said that.
I'm giving you permission to, because clearly I'm the boss, so it's fine. But okay, great. So I think one of my last questions would be, how do you feel Nona's Nude has done here, but then also what would you consider to be success for this?
Well, I guess I'll have to answer that on Tuesday after the screening, but so far it sounds like a lot of people are coming, a lot of people they seem excited about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, success would be getting to see it, and I really love hearing people, get excited. Like the reveal moment is always really fun to hear with an audience, and to feel people's excitement, and so that to me is really gratifying.
Yeah, I think if people laugh and if they think that I look good, then it's a success.
You look great. I thought you looked great. You did a wonderful job. Well, thank you so much. It was wonderful meeting you both, and hopefully we'll get to see more from both of you.
Yes, more of Nona's Nude.
Yes.
More nudes. I think more nudes.
More nudes. I think it's a series of different nudes.
The more the merrier in terms of nudes.
Maybe even noodles. At some
Noodles.
point. There you go. Anyway, thank you so much.